So today I'm going to show you how Nude Project made $30 million without using any paid ads and how they are able to dominate the organic game. So here they are, 3 million followers across social and 30 million in revenue without using any paid ads. So let's look into how they are actually able to pull it off. So what is Nude Project? Nude Project is a streetwear brand based in Spain and was founded by two dormmates to create something different. So this is Bruno Casanovas and this is Alejandro Belnoch. It has become the fastest growing clothing brand in Spain. As you can see, 1.1 million followers on Instagram, 1 million followers on TikTok, and they have a staggering 800k subscribers on YouTube. And they were featured in Forbes 30 under 30 recently, and their brand is quite mesmerizing. So according to me, there are 4 USPs of Nude Project. And what are they? So let's discuss one by one. First of all, they are one of the most creative brands out there. Their content is super creative and fun. People really enjoy every piece of the content they put out. And that is what separates them from big and boring companies. As you can see, the campaign shots of different collections, it has a very fun and quirky vibe to it. They really reflect that freedom and creativity that their brand stands for. Secondly is they are heavily content focused. Their content revolves around lifestyle and lifestyle focused branding. As you can see, they have 14 million views, 9.6 million views, 7.2 million views. And these are their social, and even on YouTube they have some of their videos 5.2 million views. Like, this is crazy in terms of views. Any brand, I don't think any clothing brand or any brand in this space are competing with these amount of views on their socials. And third is that they have a very defined niche made for artists and passionate people. They have a very defined niche and they target people who really are inclined towards creativity and freedom of expression. Fourth is they are very community focused. They'll do a lot of gatherings, parties, meetups, hangouts and events, developing a sense of community in their brand. As you can see, the screenshots of various community events they have held in the past. Okay, so this is important. This is Nude Project's entire content funnel. So this funnel has 3 parts. First, the top of the funnel, that is awareness. Second, the middle of the funnel is nurture, and the bottom of the funnel is decision. First is the top of the funnel, that is the awareness section. The 2 founders of the brand have their own personal brands on Instagram and YouTube. And as you can see, their goal is to generate massive traffic using short form. And they implement a lot of strategies in their short form content, which we are going to discuss in the later slides. Yeah, by using that, they generate massive amount of traffic. Now coming on to the second phase of the funnel, that is the nurture or the middle of the funnel, and which they leverage long form. By using long form, they nurture their audience. And what kind of content they use in the long form? These are vlogs or behind the scenes, as you can see, mansion tour, and they are podcasts on sensitive topics. Like, this is some podcast they did recently. And then collection review and campaign films, that is behind the brand episodes. That also is a very good way to engage the customer and nurture them. Now comes the last phase of the funnel, that is the decision or the bottom of the funnel, where the customer decides to purchase and become a part of the Nude Project. He or she can purchase from the website or the retail store. However, this is not necessary that the customer needs to go from this part of the funnel to this part of the funnel. They can straight up go to this purchase section by consuming a lot of short form content and becoming a part of the brand. So it's not necessary. For those who really love the brand but haven't made the purchase decision or really want to grow their loyalty towards the brand, they can come here and get nurtured through long form. So this is a holistic approach about the brand and not being product centric. You see a lot of brands in this market space are very product centric. Yeah, look at my product. Hey, it does this. Hey, it does that. Nude Project's strategy is completely different, and the result speaks for themselves. There is one part of the nurture sequence also, that is in-person event, that also acts as the middle of the funnel. That is, it can be parties, pop-ups or meetups. There's also a lot of word of mouth that gets shared that increases brand familiarity a lot. So we're going to discuss the content strategy for short form, that is Instagram, TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and for content strategy long form, that is on YouTube. So in short form strategy, they have, I think, 4 main pillars. That is, first is aspirational lifestyle content, the Gen Z marketing, the authentic storytelling and user generated content. And for long form, they have podcasts, documentations and vlogs, behind the brand, and founder-led content. So coming on to short form strategy, let's dive into this. So first is the aspirational lifestyle content. Showcasing the aspirational lifestyle their ideal customer dreams of living. Content feels organic, like genuine friends enjoying themselves rather than a traditional ad. So as you can see, this content is based around a lot of lifestyle, passion and values, like friends having fun. It has the lifestyle and the vibe attached to it. So how they are actually able to pull this off? Using everyday scenarios and diverse creators to make the brand feel accessible and real. Like as you can see, there are a lot of faces. So it acts as a very broad brand that everybody can feel a part of. They focus on visually appealing scenarios like road trips, parties or chill hangouts that reflects freedom and creativity. You can see like friends are having fun, and that makes the content very shareable among friends, and that is what makes the brand grow viral. I don't think a lying flat lay of your t-shirt or product would go this viral. So if you want to make your brand go viral, you have to think differently. So why it works? Customers don't just wear the product, they connect deeply with the lifestyle, fostering a sense of belonging and aspiration. I hope you are able to get what I'm saying here. By the way, I'm planning to do a lot more breakdowns like these, so you can grow your brand, so you should subscribe right now. Second is the Gen Z marketing. So maximizing their reach by trend jacking various formats while tailoring them to their brand identity. There's always a trend in meme culture that is on the rise. So in Nude Project, they use those trends and implement their brand identity to that trend and make a viral format out of it. And they have used it multiple times to make their brand go viral. Like as you can see, these are very meme based content, like my driver has the best aura when the aura word was very in trend. So they used this. Whoever makes the best outfit in 10 minutes doesn't pay for lunch. So as you can see how they cleverly integrated their brand and made a very fun piece of content that makes the brand memorable. So how do they do it? Using viral sounds with quick edits that show off their clothing or brand vibe, adapting popular memes or cultural moments to include in their brand aesthetics, participating in trending challenges but always adding a unique Nude Project twist to it. So why it works? If you are able to stay culturally relevant with your brand, it will boost your discoverability and it will also help you to stay on the top of the mind of your audiences. Third one is authentic storytelling, and this one is my favorite. Using short form videos to tell genuine, relatable stories about the brands and founders and community. So this is also called the founder-led content. So how do they do it? Sharing origin stories like how two friends build the brand, featuring day in the life or behind the scenes of a video or designing or packaging orders, highlighting people working at Nude Project or creators who talk about how they connect with the brand. So why it works? We as humans are sucker for stories. We love stories, and since the Middle Ages we have been deeply inclined towards stories. So that is why it also works in this current generation as well, and it is a very powerful tool to make your brand very distinct. So if your brand leans on storytelling and has a very good story attached to it, it will give you a competitive edge in the market, because a lot of brands feel dead without stories. So you can achieve that by using founder-led content and implementing authentic storytelling in your brand. Story-driven content resonates emotionally and makes a viewer feel personally connected in under a minute. So this is short-form content. You can also use storytelling in the long-form content. So fourth is user-generated content, using user-generated content and relatable scenarios to showcase how people wear and experience the brand. As you can see, it also uses fun and quirky captions to hook the viewer, like how I style my 16th century lamp. Get ready with me to run over people with a golf cart. As you can see, it has a very strong hook as well. So how do they do it? Reposting videos of customers or influencers unboxing or styling their outfits, stitching or duetting TikToks from their community, asking followers to create content around specific trends, giveaway challenges, featuring the brand. So why does it work? It works because involving the audience creates a sense of belonging and authenticity, driving organic engagement. So now we come into the long form strategy of Nude Project, how they are able to dominate YouTube. So I think they have four main key pillars in the long form. First is podcast, and second is documentation and vlog. That for a brand it is very important to document your journey. Third is behind the brand, And fourth is founder-led content. So the podcast, the Nude Project podcast. The podcast heavily relies on authentic storytelling, trending culture, and important events which resonates deeply with the listeners. This level of authentic content creates a strong emotional connection with the audience, making the content relatable. And if you are having your own podcast, that means unlimited product placement without paying any dollar to the companies, to advertising companies. Second is documentation and vlogs. Vlogs and documentation showcase the brand's real, unpolished side, helping to humanize it and creates a sense of authenticity. This transparency increases trust with the audience. So as you can see, in order to build trust with your audience, you have to be authentic and you have to show your unpolished side. Because we are too done with polished brands like Gucci, Prada and things like that. Like, we do not want perfection. We want to see the real side of you, because that is where the trends are now shifting. So sharing the journey, challenges and milestones allows the audience to connect emotionally with the brand, building that deeper sense of loyalty and support. Third is behind the brand. Behind the brand is basically the collection overview, how you came up with an idea, how you came up with the collection design, how you are able to design something that is very relevant to your audience. Sharing the creative process and the efforts behind each piece helps customers feel more personally connected to the brand. It transforms a product into a story they can emotionally invest in. Sneak peeks of the design process, fabric selection or prototypes build excitement for the collection before its launch, generating anticipation and engagement. Fourth is founder-led content. If you are a founder, you need to make content about your brand. It is 2025 and you cannot simply get ahead without building your brand in public. So you need to do founder-led content. You need to make content because people buy from people, not from companies. Founders' personal journey often inspires and motivates the audience, making the brand feel like a passion project rather than just a business. And most importantly, people buy from people, not from companies. So what are the key takeaways? 99% brands are too boring to follow. Make sure your brand isn't one of them. Keeping a holistic approach when it comes to creating content. Don't create content on just one platform. Make it holistic, like the funnel I showed you. Do not be product centric in your brand content. Make sure to make it valuable. By value, I mean it can be education, fun, and anything that provides the viewer with an dopamine hit. We as humans love stories so much. Make sure to integrate storytelling in your brand. If you want to see more breakdowns like this that can actually help you grow your brand, then you should subscribe right now.